The Tacoma has a large leak in the EVAP system. I fixed it with this. Hola! I'm Mike, the backyard mechanic, and welcome to the Man Garage. The Man Garage is where men do stuff like work on machines and sometimes DIY projects, but manly ones. So what's going on in the Man Garage this week? Car emissions? Screw this. There's a P0455 in the Toyota Tacoma, and I just fixed a P0497 on the Honda Pilot. That's fun! The P0455 is a large leak detective in the evaporative emission system. I have other codes as well, P0441 and P0456, but you might see some related codes, P0442, P0443, or P0457. My deja vu circuit was just triggered, Michael. Didn't you do all this in the last video? Well, yes, I worked on an EVAP system, but, well, you're forcing me to get ahead of myself. It's a completely different fix, and I don't answer to you, MITT. Why are you even here? You know how AI is all the buzz, Michael. I'm here to help you with those pathetic view counts of yours. Oh. Can you make hot AI women like I see on Facebook? Sure. You mean like K-pop demon hunters? No, that's not at all what I had in mind. I think your algorithm needs to be adjusted. Last time you did that, I became Mecha Mussolini. Let's get this video started with how the EVAP system works. The EVAP system prevents fuel vapors from escaping into the atmosphere. Here's a very simple diagram of an EVAP system. Michael, you're interrupting. What do you want, MITT? That diagram sucks, like an open door in the space shuttle. What's wrong with it? It looks like you made it with a cut-up magazine after kidnapping Patty Hearst. Nobody's gonna get that reference. Just keep it simple, Michael. Vapors from the gas tank are stored in a charcoal canister. When the engine warms up, the PCM opens the vent valve and the purge valve, allowing the engine to vacuum in and burn the fuel vapor. To test the system, the PCM closes the purge and vent valves, applies vacuum, and monitors whether the vacuum holds. Just keep it simple, Michael. Derivative. Refined. Ape. Insecure. Jerk. I love how we go back and forth. P0443 and P0446 indicate an electrical problem. You should check connectors and wiring. P0457 directly detects a loose or missing gas cap. Everything else is a leak, and whether big or small, it could be any component. The probable causes, from most common to least: loose, missing, or damaged gas cap. This is by far the most frequent cause. Cracked vapor or vent hose. These are near the gas tank or charcoal canister. Disconnected or broken EVAP purge or vent line. Bad purge valve, meaning it is stuck open and won't seal the system during a test. Bad vent valve near the charcoal canister. When it is stuck open, a vacuum can't be formed. Cracked charcoal canister from impact, damage, or age. I followed the same process as I did with the Honda Pilot. See here, these videos are related, like cousins. The gas cap is the easiest and most common problem. I did the plastic bag test. No dice. Light stayed on. For 40 bucks, I should get my own smoke machine and do it myself. To smoke the whole EVAP system, you need to inject smoke into the EVAP service port. It looks like this. If there's no service port, you have to use the purge hose. Things get a little confusing here. I thought I had my mechanic smoke test the Tacoma. I contacted him, and he doesn't remember. I don't remember. I'm proceeding, assuming it was done. You know what happens when you assume, right, Michael? Of course I know. It's an old joke. Oh, I thought you liked old jokes. I guess I was wrong. Well, you're wrong again. I do like old jokes. Since leaks were assumably eliminated, the next most common cause is the purge valve. I bought this cheap $17 purge valve from Amazon. Don't judge me. That was before I saw this video. Whomever did that was Brilliant! The new valve didn't turn off the check engine light. Since I had zero confidence in the Amazon part, I bought an OEM purge valve. The good news is Toyota doesn't gouge quite as hard as Honda does. Well, this didn't turn off the light either. At this point, that only left two possibilities, the EVAP canister or the vent valve. On the Tacoma, those two things are the same part, or the vent valve is built into the canister case anyway. An OEM replacement is $350. Ouch. Aren't you glad I don't have emissions issues? Your AC doesn't work. Well, I am a Ford. The first thing I always do is disconnect the battery. I'm not working with electrical, but you never know when you might touch a hot wire with a wrench. Next, I jacked it up as high as it would go. While I'm sure it's perfectly safe, extending the stands to their max height makes me a little nervous, so I put the wheels on blocks. There's a lot of room under here. I should make it a fort! Here's where the EVAP canister lives, just in front of the rear axle mounted on this cross member. I took the nuts off first, which was wrong. You want this bolted down while you fight to disconnect the hoses. Anyway, back nuts first, then the front nut, which would have been easier with the hoses removed. Then this bracket was in the way, so that was removed. I removed the electrical connector first. It had to be pried off with a screwdriver because it was full of sand. I checked the Carfax. This truck lived its previous life in Belleville, Texas. It's not a beach. It's not a desert. Where the hell did the sand come from? It's going to remain a mystery. In the meantime, that sand is an early indicator of the difficulty that is to come. The purge hose was next. To remove this, you're supposed to squeeze these tabs on the sides. That's not working here. So I jammed in two small screwdrivers to release the internal hooks. Then, with a pair of channel locks and a lot of effort, I managed to pull the hose off. Oh my God, look at that sand! The vent hose was next. It did not give me any problems. Now let's assess where I'm at. Purge hose, check. Electrical connector, check. Vent hose, check. This is the vapor hose here, and wow, look at that. You think that maybe there was a little bit of a leak coming from there? I guess the Tacoma didn't get a smoke test. Did you ask for a picture of Captain Obvious? The vapor hose needs to come off. This connection is similar but different. Instead of tabs, there are buttons on the side that you squeeze to release the hose. This isn't happening. The sand has essentially locked everything together. Since this hose is already bad, I can just cut it. That's not magic dust. That's more sand. Ugh. Now I can get the EVAP canister out of my way. The canister would have made it very difficult to get to the tank side of the vapor hose. The vapor hose which, of course, is not coming off. Before tackling the tank end, I'll focus on the canister end and figure out some way of getting this off. I taped a couple of small nuts onto the jaws of the bar clamp. These nuts can get inside of the button recess. I can use the clamp to force the buttons in, then I can focus my energy on pulling the hose off. Here is some Belleville, Texas sand ASMR for you. Well, it worked, and there's more sand. I mean, really, what happened to this truck? Did Tyler Hoover bury it in his backyard? Geez, when I'm done, I can open my own beach. While I was at it, I cleaned it up a bit. Hopefully the bar clamp trick will work on the tank side of the hose. And there's not enough room for this bar clamp. The next attempt was with this C-clamp that had nuts taped on the jaws. I couldn't get this to work. There's only room in there for one hand and I couldn't line it up. This 1-inch clamp was modified so the jaws would be small enough to fit inside the buttons. It feels like the clamp is on correctly, but the hose still won't come off. The hose pliers might pry it off, but no. A pry bar fits in there, but nope. This thing is still attached. Okay, hose, it's time to get medieval. It was really lucky that the Sawzall fits in this space. One cut wasn't enough. I rotated it a few times and made 4 cuts. Then pried it apart and success! Yay! There's minor damage to the fitting, but it should be okay. This is technically not a sensitive emission component, so it'd be nice to buy it off of Amazon, but it's not there. It's a dealer-only part. I've never had much luck saving money buying OEM parts online. Most of the time, the website just leads to a dealership anyway. So I bought the hose from the dealer by my house. Yes, by my house. People have asked why I moved where I did. Because about a mile from my house is a Honda, Toyota, Mazda, and just around the corner is a Ford. I ordered the hose and got it the next morning. It was only 28 bucks. Well, that's relative, I guess, but it's a good idea to buy from a local dealership when practical. This is a bit of an odd part, and you can compare it when you get there and reject it if they got it wrong. Looks like the right part. Let's install it. It may be slightly overkill since I don't live in the Belleville, Texas desert, but a touch of dielectric grease on the fittings will keep the hoses from binding in the future. This will at least help with the purge hose that I'm reusing and the electrical connector. I added a little grease to the tank fitting as well and then connected the new hose to it. With compressed air, I blew the sand out of all the hoses and connector. The canister was put in position, the vapor hose coming from the tank was connected first, then the vent hose was attached, the purge hose was next, then the electrical connector, then the back bolts, the front bolt, a couple of brackets needed to be put back on, and done! Did it work? You have to like this video to find out. I know, it's a dirty trick, but it worked well last time. I got a very high percentage of likes. How can I do this trick with views? And do all this other stuff. My Patreon, do that. You only get one email a week, and that's just to tell you, oh good, you liked the video. I drove the Tacoma around for a few days. I went over the process in the last video. At the end of the week, my D&D Echo scanner was connected. This is what they think my truck looks like, by the way. Ran the scan and no codes. This was a big relief because the truck is due for an inspection this month. The check engine light has been on since I bought it last year. Yes, I bought a truck from a used car lot that had cleared the codes. I left my scanner at home, so I didn't check them. This is a big lesson that I learned. If I ever forget my scanner again, I'm going to ask the salesman to run a scan for me. Michael, did you say you bought this truck a year ago? Yes. And you just now fixed it? Yes. Michael, you have to work on that procrastination. Are you going to your psychiatrist, Dr. Don't? No, Dr. Chew. I don't do don't now, I do Chew. Who referred you to Chew? Dr. Does. He has a do first therapy that he simply calls do. Does do? No, Chew does. Didn't don't do? Don't. Chew does do? Doesn't do? Now you got it. Does said don't do, so do choose do? I feel like I'm in a Dr. Seuss book. I don't even know what I'm talking about. This has been a very socketless video. I apologize for that. Where the heck did that cat go? Socket. Socket. Oh, I forgot I had brushed the dog. I don't get it. It's like catnip for them. Well, maybe not so much socket as much as socket. Socket looks like he's trying, but doesn't really get it. Oh, I've got a fan online. Hey, fan. Did you like the video? Oh, there you are.
Mike, I think you misunderstand. Climate change is something to prevent. It's not a challenge.
Thanks, fan. Make sure to come back to the Man Garage next week for car batteries. I'm going to show how to test them, maintain them, jump them, charge them, and save money on them. That's what she said. Oh no. You now? You know, that's not so much a joke as much as it's a nervous tick. I don't have ticks. Are you saying you made that up yourself? I'm an AI, Michael. I can't create. I can only mix up what has already been created. Great. I'm being called a copycat by a copycat. When will you get to see the battery video? Just like Doogie Howser, every Wednesday, noon Eastern. Dr. Doogie? Yes. Does Dr. Doogie do? We've been over this. Does doesn't, and don't. Does said Chew does do. Dr. Doogie is made up.
I think this video might have a vacuum leak. It definitely sucks all the fun out of everything. I'm liking MITT. Finally, someone on your videos that has a personality.